YouTube? This your boy Download back for another reply. But before then, let's talk about something that's going on in the music industry, man. So did you guys see that Charles Hamilton released his entire discography for fucking free? In which did not know he had over 200 fucking pieces of work that you can actively download right now. Which he said this is just something coming from his heart, he just wanted to give it away. And you know, I'm okay with that, man, especially seeing as though he's getting back into the lab, he's starting to make some more material. I'm guessing he just want to give away all of his old stuff, man, and make way for the new. But anyway, on to today's album review, man, and it's that Yelawolf love story. And you know what? This album is actually alright, man. I definitely think some songs on here can grow on me in the future. I mean, as of now, it's much better than Radioactive, so therefore it's the best album that he's released commercially type shit, man. But there's a bunch of different areas in which I felt as though he could have done much better. Like, I came into this expecting to have a heavy country influence, seeing as though that a bunch of the singles that he dropped, man, had that type of influence on there and such, in which there was some joints on it. It wasn't like completely on the whole album, but there's a bunch of points in here where it's heavy in country music, but it's not really a mesh between country music and southern hip-hop, man. It's more along the lines of straight up country. And that's in songs like American You, Fiddle Me This, Have a Nice Flight, them joints, in which that kinda annoys me, man. I was hoping for a better mesh here. But then there was a bunch of songs that I really did fuck with, man. Like that Best Friend with Eminem on it, which is by far the best track off this album, man. That one, fucking amazing. I like bits and pieces of that Empty Bottle, man. I mean, especially when the beat flips up that first time, man. That part of it was so dope. I wish that the whole track sounded like that. But overall as a track, it was still pretty decent. I like that Heartbreak, man, because that shit was pretty fucking deep. Like, he's going through how he's pretty much struggling as an MC. Like, a lot of people think that once you sign to a major record label, man, then you're established, you made it, all of that shit. And that's not so, man. That's when the grind first begins. In which that's what he's explaining here about how he ain't moving any fucking albums, his singles ain't really doing too much of nothing, but yet he got women under him and shit that's wanting to get all of this fucking money off of him like he actually fucking has it. They treating him like he's the fucking golden ticket or he's the lottery winning fucking ticket when he's not even to that level yet. I still fuck with Tennessee Love, even though a little upset that this made the album and such, even after he dropped this on the mixtape. Overall as an album, man, I give this joint a 7 out of 10 with a potential to maybe reach an 8. But definitely an album I recommend people to go ahead through and pick out individual tracks to download and such when it finally does drop. But anyway, on to today's article from downloadpass.com, and today's article is about borrowing against your royalties, man, in which this is something you never fucking do because it's a fucking trap, dude. But yet, here's how they try to play you. If you sign to a record label and such, man, odds are you're going to be struggling eventually because you don't get that much money while they taking all that shit. But so, when you start struggling and shit, if you down bad, they'll come to you like, look, just borrow against your royalties, man. We'll give you this money so you can get back on your feet. But by doing that, until you pay back the money that you owe based off the royalties, all that shit is going directly to them. And then they got some games with them when they do that shit. They're going to continue to add an interest until that shit is fully paid back. And a lot of people never get out from under that interest because the royalties don't come fast enough for them to pay that shit off. Then add in the fact that they're probably going to be dropping some new albums and shit. They're going to continue to add to it. Therefore, you never really get those royalties back. I hope you enjoyed the show. You can follow me at Twitter up there. And you can go to downloadpass.com, that's down there, to read today's article.